This video we are going to talk about extending HTML files and doing something more intelligent or interesting by extending the applications using additional HTML files. If you want to extend your HTML files, what I've done is you go to index.html. There's nothing to change here. Again, you can change a few things here. And then you can go and see that it appears on your application 2 is still up and running. So if you want to actually change the links to these files, I think we already did this for test 1. Let's take a look. The test 1 is here, menu.html, that we are going to be including it in all the files. And we said, you know, when somebody clicks test, try to go to app2 secure app2 test.html, which is here, secure app2 test.html. And when you do that, since the path has a secure in it, it will automatically request to go into sign in page. So let's test it. If you click the test, it will ask you to sign in. We are not going to test that functionality. You sign in, register, and you're going to be able to test that. Since we are not logged in, let's see that we have menu 1 and menu 2, which doesn't do much here, nothing interesting. Okay, so if we want to do something interesting, we can create a HTML file such as this, and then we can link it here, href. So that's going to be linked to app2 slash test form.html, and we'll take a look at the contents of that HTML pretty soon. And I will change that link to be test form. So if you did that, that's all you need to do and create a HTML file, and you are extending your applications by creating HTML files, not doing anything more other than building Python functions. So let's take a look if that works. Here is the test form. You click on that. Test form not understood because it is app2.html. So I need to call this as /app2/app2. Let's take a look if that works. And that seems to work. Okay, let's see what's in test2 test form.html. Here you have some simple these things are common to all the HTML files that you're going to create. What you would do is you would just cut and paste it. You can extend, create your own style files. If you don't know HTML, I would recommend that look up the HTML tags and creating HTML. So just a quick note here, in this HTML file, input is a way how to create a input element, and here is a href, which is a way when it creates a link just like that. And all it is saying is, hey, when you click it, call this function foo1. So input is this function right here, this element, and that's the instruction to browser to display that element. It has a name params, ID is params, and the value is test. And this is a button that shows a action when you click on it. What you're saying is, instead of a link, it will call a function called foo1. So foo1 is a JavaScript function which is simple that I have created right here. Right? You can do other things too. So if you take a look on this foo1 here, it does certain things. For now, instead of doing a web service call, let's just test it. So here it'll read the value of param, whatever the value that you tested, and alert is a Java functions that's built in that shows a window, right? Let's just do that. So it'll read whatever you type in, it shows a dialog window. Okay, so let's take a look. So when you click that, it'll do test. You can type in anything. It is just showing some whatever you typed in the input box. Now, one thing you may want to do is you just created a web service, right? Which is test one. How about we send a service call to your backend service, take the data and display it. That's what we will do. So in order to do that, the syntax is there is a method called post. The details of it is in the common.html. If you don't know what that means, it's common.html is right here in the templates directory. You can take a look at that, how it's actually crafted. For now, don't worry about it. So this is just the way how you can call the backend application. So post is a method that you take the data, you put in the value, let's just call it as a name. We will send it to a dictionary. This is a dictionary in JavaScript, and then we will call the backend function or the service that you created. And when it comes back, all you're saying is call. When the call is complete, use this callback foo1.cb to display the results. If you take a look at the display results here, we are saying that take the results. We have another element called status here. We will put the response into this div. We can also do alert as well. Let's just do that, just to make sure that we get back what we are expecting. Okay, once if you do that, we need to go back and reload this here. Now, one of the way to test and debug whatever you're happening on the Chrome, you can go to inspect window and you can see the interactions happening. If there is any error that happens, it will show up right here on the right side window. So this is another way. And also, if you want to debug, you can debug your JavaScripts right here as well. So now you did the action, it called the test. Now something really happened here. So here, reference error response.txt. So let's take a look. Response error is not defined. I see. Okay, so this callback function needs additional parameters. So I'll just add them right here. So the way how this works is when JavaScript makes a call using post, it makes a call, get the response, and call this function with these parameters. I had forgotten to put those parameters, so I just put it now. So let's try it again. So I got the test, and then I got the response back. The JavaScript sent a lot more information that we wanted. Don't worry about what's really happening, but at least you got the response back, and that got set in the status HTML or status div. Okay, that's the life cycle. Once again, you create a HTML file, test form, in which you created a form and a link and a div status to send back the information. Now you create a JavaScript that calls when you click foo. It called a backend web service, and then the response is displayed in your status. So that's the life cycle. So now given this, you can think about adding additional web services, creating gist forms. So suppose if you have a image file or a text file that you want to do machine learning or data science activities on it, send back the response, and let the user play with it so that they can see the responses right on the web page, you can do that now. So that's about it for now. One last thought is this application I have created app 1, which gives you the ability to drag and drop files and click process, which sends the information back, gets the details, and shows the information right here. If you want to take a look at app 1 and use any of the code for your own application, you can do that. And with this, I hope you can enjoy building other applications, extend additional applications quickly and easily. Not only building data science, really cool Python framework and components, you can also make it available for your users through web applications so they can enjoy your artificial intelligence and machine learning and data science problems.